Marion here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video all about the first day of preschool and helping your little one get ready for it. So my best friend growing up has been a preschool teacher for over a decade, and the classroom that she teaches is the 2-year-old classroom. So she is quite the expert on first years in preschool, and my son Max is starting his preschool journey, but we've actually had a little teaser because last year we did a mommy and me transitional year. So it started as mommy and me, then it was normal preschool. So between the two of us, we combined our knowledge to bring you guys 10 tips and tricks for getting your little ones ready for the first day of preschool. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Marion. I make videos about being a Jewish mom, and I would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We are starting school next week in our home, and we are very excited about it. I am planning out that first day of school outfit already, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you're not already so you don't miss our first day of school picture, and let's jump in. So starting off preschool can be a really big life experience for little ones and for moms and dads, and it's perfectly normal to be nervous, excited, and a little apprehensive about what this is going to mean for you and your kids. I know for me, I was really nervous about what my kid's personality would be like when he entered school. Would he be shy? Would he be bullied? Would he be able to vocalize to the teacher what was wrong if something was wrong? And all these thoughts just sort of spiraled through my head. But what was really nice about having this mommy and me transitional year is I got to see him there and got to be calmed before my own eyes and know that he was actually in a wonderful place, really thriving, and he just loves school so much. So I'm really excited for him to launch into his journey on his own now this September. But of course, I still have worries and concerns as a new parent. But that brings me to my first tip and trick that my best friend recommended, which is to not put your emotions on the child. It's really important that you don't use language like, I know the first day is going to be really scary, or I know you're gonna miss mommy a lot when we drop you off. That might not be their emotional reality. That's your emotional reality that you're projecting onto them. So you want to give them the chance to discover their emotions and create the reality on their own without you deciding it before they even get there. So while they very likely might be sad or nervous or scared when you leave, they might not be. They might have a wonderful time. They might be really excited about all the toys and their really nice teacher. So don't set them up for an emotional response that they don't have yet. The second tip I want to share is to trust the teacher and the system. This was one thing that my friend really wanted to emphasize with me because preschool has existed for however many hundreds of years. Most teachers have been in the classroom for a long time, and they just know what they're doing. So even though everyone feels like their kid is a special, unique, individual child, which of course they are, most likely teachers have seen it all and have experience with lots of different kids, lots of different personalities and issues and all sorts of emotion. So just trust your teacher, trust that they know what's good for your child, and trust that the school is doing their best for them. Of course, always be aware as a parent if something seems off, but in general, go in with a positive outlook and trust that the teacher is going to take good care of your child. Okay, so let's jump into prepping for that first day. The next tip I have for you is to role play what school is going to be like. So if your kid has never experienced a school setting, it's really nice to show them pictures of what their classroom is going to look like. If you have pictures of their teacher, even better, or even just a general classroom setting to get them used to the idea of what it's going to look like. There might be a rug in the middle where you're going to go for story time, etc. And if you know the schedule of the day, it's really important to talk to your kid about what it's going to look like. So first we'll drop you off, you'll be able to play with toys, then you're going to sit in a circle and sing some songs, then you're going to have a snack, and then I'm going to pick you up to go home. So just really go through and role play what their day is going to be like so they know what to expect. On that note, the next tip I have for you is to not lie about drop off. This is another one that my friend really emphasized to me. A lot of parents think it's easier to just sneak away or to say, oh, I'll be right back, or I'm just going to the bathroom, but it's really important not to break your trust with your child. That's one of the most important components of the relationship that you have with them. And even though you might be thinking you're making things easier in the short term, what you're really doing is deteriorating trust with them, and that is only going to hurt in the long term. And it's also not fair to the teacher when 10 minutes later they realize you're not coming back and have a full breakdown. So it's much better to just say to them, Mommy's going home to work for a few hours or whatever it is that you're doing, and you'll be back to pick them up. Which brings me to my next tip. It's really important to tell your child and let them know that you will be back to pick them up. One of the things my friend recommends to say is Mommy always comes back, to just repeat that simple refrain to them and remind them that you will always come back to pick them up. One more tip on drop-off is to not make a huge show production of it and become super emotional and crying in front of your kid. It's best to keep it short and sweet, say goodbye, let them know you'll come back, and then go. Sometimes drawing it out too long just gets the kid more emotional, more exacerbated about the situation, and it's just unnecessary and makes it harder for them. If your kid is having trouble saying goodbye, talk to the teacher about what can make it easier. Sometimes it's bringing a photo of your family from home. Sometimes it's bringing a special stuffed animal, even if it just sits in the cubby. There are definitely things you can do as a parent to work with your teachers to help make the transition easier if they're having a tough time. The next tip I have is one that I really worked on with my son, which is to use your words and tell the teacher when something's wrong. A lot of little ones around the age of 2 or 3, when they get very emotional or upset about something, will sometimes just shut down and not say anything. So maybe it's something really small, like a friend took the toy they were playing with, or maybe it's something really big, like they missed their home. But if your kid has the words to be able to say what's wrong, I really encourage you to tell them to use those words, because the teacher can't make things better if they don't know what's wrong or they don't know that something's wrong. So I try to explain this in a really simple way to my son, and I always tell him, if something's wrong, tell your teacher. Even if he's not able to say exactly what's wrong or put it into words the right way, I just want to encourage him to let him know that the teacher is there to make things better. Another tip I have is you can tell your kids to hug their teachers. This is one that my friend emphasized with me, and to let them know that the teacher is a safe person in their life. They're a really comforting maternal or paternal figure, and it's okay to give them hugs. It's okay. They're not strangers. They're not authoritarian figures. They're there to take care of them. The next tip I have is about what to wear to preschool. You want to make sure your kids are dressed comfortably in clothes that they can get dirty. There's going to be lots of painting and playing outside and generally having fun, and you don't want your kid to have to worry that they're getting their special outfit dirty. So make sure to send them in stuff that they can really play and have fun in, because play is the most important learning experience as a child. And my last tip for you guys is to know that sending your kids to preschool is helping them develop an identity outside of the home, which is really, really important for them and their growth. So go into it with the right mindset that this is for them and this is a learning and valuable experience. And if they struggle, it's a first life experience, and not everything in life is perfect and happy and easy all of the time. Sometimes there are struggles and perseverance, and that is how you grow. That's how you grow your character. That's how you grow your strength as a person. So if they do struggle a little bit, it's okay. It's all about growth, and that's a really, really important lesson and life experience for them. So don't feel bad if that's what they're going through. Just help them along the way. So I hope these tips and tricks have helped you guys. I hope your little ones have a wonderful first day of school. I know in my house we are super excited for it. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.